Hey everyone, it's Marvin here again. Today is another dashcam installation video, and this time it's from the well-known and reputable brand Thinkware. Big shout out to Rick from Thinkware for sending this to me over in exchange for an installation review. What I have here is the Thinkware Q200, a 2K front camera with a 125 degrees field of view. It also comes with a full HD rear camera. So let's get into the quick unboxing and I'll show you everything that comes in the kit. Right, so once you break the seal on the Q200 box and open it, the first thing you'll see is the Q200 front camera. It's very sleek and compact, and it comes with a pre-installed 32GB SD card, which is small by today's standards but convenient for getting the dashcam app and running right away. I would recommend upgrading to at least 64GB or 128GB if you can. Inside the box you'll also find the windshield mount, a pry tool with its name printed on it, which is nice, a cigarette lighter power cable, stick-on clips for cable management, a GPS antenna, the rear camera, an extra piece of 3M tape, the rear camera cable, and a hardwire cable for tapping into the fuse box. There's also a tiny user manual that includes QR codes for downloading the app. And that's everything including in the Q200 box. So you have two options for powering the Q200. You can hardwire it to enable the parking surveillance features, or you can take the easier route and use the included cigarette lighter cable, and you're good to go. So without further ado, let's start the installation. Alright, so you got the camera in the rear and the camera cable, and then the mount and the GPS, and then the hardwire for tapping into the fuse box to get that parking monitoring mode. Otherwise, if you don't need it, you can just use the cigarette lighter plug-in, and this is straightforward. So before installing the Q200 mount, make sure that the windshield is clean. I installed it just below the rear view mirror mount to ensure that the camera is centered. Also pay close attention to the orientation. The camera should slide to the right when mounting, so make sure that the opening of the bracket is on the left side and the tightening knob is on the right. I'm going to run the rear camera cable through the headliner and along the rubber weather door seal all the way to the back. After that, I'll tap the wire into the fuse box. I've already done a Thinkware X700 hardwire installation on a 2025 Toyota Sienna. Technically, it's the same process, so if you want to see that, I will leave the link in the description below. And if you're looking for something specific to a Ford F-150, just like my truck, I've also done a hardwire installation for that, and I explained it in details, link below as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and install the GPS antenna on the Q200. After that, I'll install the app so we can check out the video recording quality. And the features I'm really curious about is the ADAS, Advanced Driver Assistance System. Just like with the other dashcam, you can scan the QR code from the user manual, but I personally prefer getting it straight from the Play Store. Once you have installed the Thinkware application, it's pretty straightforward. Just select your Thinkware model and follow the on-screen instructions. Now that we're connected the Q200 to the app, let me show you another really useful features on the Thinkware dashcam. The grid lines or guidelines, whatever you call it, this really helps to center and align the camera. This is especially important if you are using the ADAS system, but honestly, every dashcam should have this. It just make the whole installation and alignment process way easier. To turn off the guidelines, just tap the screen on your phone. You'll see the icon in the top right corner that lets you turn them on or off. There you go. I'm gonna turn off the grid lines. And also there's a microphone right there. So yeah, it's good. So I'm gonna install the rear camera, and then we're gonna start driving and see how the recording during daytime and the nighttime. And also I'm really curious about the ADAS assist. So the Thinkware Q200 front camera records up to 2K QHD at 30 frames per second with a 125-degree wide-angle view, so you get a good mix of sharp detail and wide road coverage without that fisheye look that causes distortion. Since it's winter in Vancouver and basically cloudy and rainy all the time, it's kind of unfair to judge the video quality in perfect condition. Even then, the Q200 still picks up a lot of details on the road. You can still see and read the license plate of the car in front, which is exactly what you want if you ever get into accident or collision, but try to avoid that, of course. And here is the footage from the rear camera, which records at 1080p as well. The image looked bluish because I have a tinted rear windshield, not because of the camera itself. Overall, the quality is still good, but you can tell it's softer than the front camera, especially at night or when dealing with the bright headlights and reflection from the wet road, just like this condition. That's pretty normal for this class of dashcam. You can still see cars and lane markings, although finer details such as license plate farther away can be harder to read. And here are more clips from the front camera. As you can see, the Super Night Vision 2.0 really helps boost that brightness and reduce image noise in low light condition while still maintaining natural colors. The footage looks much clearer at night, and the audio recording is also super clear, as you can hear.
Event. Everyone's getting perfume this year.
Smart. Fragrance fits everyone.
So Carolina Herrera for my mom, who is luxury, Yves Saint Laurent for my brother, and Valentino for my secret Santa.
And that Kayali you've been holding for the last 10 minutes?
That's for me, obviously. Get 20% off full size.
Now let's take a look at the Thinkware app. It's very intuitive, simple, and user-friendly. I recommend formatting the SD card the first time you insert it. In the dashcam settings, you have the option to adjust the brightness when using live view through the built-in Wi-Fi. Since I'm running both the front and rear cameras, I leave it set to 2 channels. I've also set Super Night Vision to continuous and enable it for parking mode. Thermal protection is turned on as well to prevent overheating while parked. For the rest of the settings, I left them at the default medium level. Battery protection is enabled, of course, that's very important. I like that the app lets you choose the type of vehicle you have, regular, hybrid, or electric. My F-150 is a regular vehicle, so I set the cutoff to 12.1 volts to avoid draining the battery. And now my favorite features is ADAS. When you're setting up the safety features, make sure to hit save before exiting. And that's it. Now let me share my experience using Thinkware ADAS, Advanced Driver's Assistance System, and whether it actually works in real world driving. So the lane departure warning works really well. You'll hear a tick-tick sound whenever you change lanes. It would be nice if the warning sound was more customizable, but it's loud enough to get your attention. Honestly, the first time I heard it, I thought something was hitting or rattling in the backseat. It took me a while to realize that sound was actually coming from the Thinkware Q200. As for the forward collision warning, it never worked for me. It gives me warning sound whenever I go over road humps or bumps, whenever I turn left or right, even when there's no vehicle around. The front vehicle departure warning also never worked. I even tested it by stopping very close behind the semi and staying there, but when the semi started moving and pulled about 15 feet ahead, there was still no warning sound from the Q200. That said, if you are buying the Thinkware Q200 mainly for its ADAS features, you might be a bit disappointed, but if you are looking for a reliable dashcam with great picture quality, clear audio recording, and solid parking monitoring, the Thinkware Q200 is definitely worth checking out. So that's my honest review of the Q200. I hope you found it useful. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing. In my next Thinkware video, I'll be adding an infrared cabin camera to this setup using a Thinkware multiplexer box, turning it into a 3-channel system. If you want to see that, make sure to stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.